At this time, I would like to introduce our valedictorian and our salutatorian for the class of 2011. It is with great pride that I announce their names and offer them these plaques. We heard from Nancy Guzman at the baccalaureate dance. So I invite Miss Nancy Guzman to come forward to receive the Maria High School Class of 2011 Salutatorian Award. And that is the Perfect Attendance Award. We did not think there was anyone in the senior class with perfect attendance. Oh, how wrong we were. Now, there weren't a lot of you, but there was one, and it's no surprise that she is the valedictorian, because you can be the valedictorian when you attend school every day. It's funny how that works out. And so, she has perfect attendance for 4 years, and she is the valedictorian for the class of 2011, Miss Melissa Schachter.
Good morning, and welcome fellow graduates, family, friends, administration, staff, and faculty. It is an honor to speak to you today as we, the class of 2011, prepare to take the next step towards our future. I have a quote I wrote, which I would like to share with you all. Life is about trusting your feelings and taking chances, no matter the possible outcome. Life is about finding happiness wherever it may come from and appreciating the little things it offers. Life is about keeping the good memories close at heart and learning from mistakes made. Life is about creating yourself, not finding yourself. Life is about learning to dance in the rain and chasing your dreams through the clouds. Life is about letting go of the past, living for today, and preparing for the future. These past 4 years at Maria have helped put these words into action. Let us recall some of these moments by taking a stroll down memory lane. The first line of my quote says that life is about trusting your feelings and taking chances, no matter the possible outcome. Walking through the doors of Maria High School for the first time was taking a big chance for all of us. We left the comfort and security of grade school and stepped into a different world that was so big, so new. Some of us had friends to share the new experience with. Some of us walked it alone. 4 years ago, we sat in these very seats as incoming freshmen. We did not know what to expect. It was scary, yet exciting. Looking back at freshman year, it took a lot of trusting feelings to make it through. For some students, like me, coming to Maria was a choice we made. For others, it was non-negotiable, meaning parents or guardians chose for us. For those of us who were here since the beginning, we hold and share a lot of memories that involve taking chances and trusting our feelings. Remember when we used to wear name bars and replacing them became a habit to some? Remember what when we had a split lunch, each one being unique in its own way? Remember homeroom? The class we either spent doing last-minute homework or catching up on some Z's? Remember walking through the halls and seeing Miss Casey's bright smiling face? Remember math with Mr. Bania, keyboarding with Miss Plaskitis, and gym with Miss Somerville? Freshman year was a new start. In the words of Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus, it was a time to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. We moved from our white polos and took ownership of wearing yellow. It was not the most appealing color, but we pulled it off well. Now the next slide in my quote states that life is about finding happiness wherever it may come from and appreciating the little things it offers. Though sophomore year was not full of many major events, I believe that our class began to show how special we were and still are. The friendships we made gave us true happiness. As the scariness of being in high school began to fade, we were able to open our shells and show our true identities. As for appreciating the little things, well, I think if we look back, there were a few things that needed more appreciation. For instance, remember when we had 4 minutes in between classes? It seemed short at the moment, but looking back, that was just enough time. Also, this was the year we had permission to wear gym shoes. Nothing major really changed between freshman and sophomore year. But if you were to ask me what comes to mind when I hear sophomore year, 2 words automatically pop in my head. Oh, Canada. This is the year we took global studies and got the chance to be taught by the one, the only, Mr. Rogers. Who could ever forget the words to the Canadian National Anthem? Oh, Canada, our home and native land. True patriot love in all your son's command. Yes, every year, Mr. Rogers teaches his class this song. And every year, Miss Duffy, as we knew her, would want to stuff cotton in her ears to drown the overplayed song. Whether it was an extra minute to switch classes, wearing comfy shoes, or learning a catchy and to some annoying song, sophomore year was filled with little moments that we appreciated. To be an upperclassman, one must be prepared to handle more responsibilities and expect the unexpected. But when the news that juniors would be on the 3rd floor again hit our ears, it was more than unexpected. Our motto that year became, 3rd floor again, treat it. The third part of my quote explains that life is about keeping the good memories close at heart and learning from mistakes made. Our junior year was packed full of memories. For one, we continued the tradition of a junior ring dance, along with the traditional ceremony. We also switched back to school shoes and cut back a minute between classes. Sharing the same lunch period made many of us happy. There were more changes as well. There was switching name bars to IDs and lanyards, changing homeroom to advisory, and Miss Hayes, who was our Dean of Students, becoming our new principal. All these memories have made a special place in our hearts. Speaking of memories, there are 2 big things that inevitably come with junior year. That's right, the term paper and the ACT. The dreaded senioritis became junioritis for many of us. Our hands became numb, and brains were crammed with information from all the writing, reading, and studying. Through multiple drafts and practice tests, we learned from our mistakes. This became the year of the famous, failure is not an option. Some of the later lines of the quote fit perfectly with our senior year. Life is about creating yourself, not finding yourself. Life is about learning to dance in the rain and chasing your dreams through the clouds. Let us start with the first part. Through these past 4 years, we have grown so much. Each of us is unique in her own way. Through the people we met, things we learned, moments we shared, and times we spent together, we have created young women out of ourselves. Women who can and will make a difference, as our school's motto states. As for dancing in the rain and chasing our dreams, that is a major part of senior year. We danced through all the work, college applications, and tests that came our way, fighting through the clouds of stress to reach our goals. As we recall the events from each year, let us now look back at this past year. Remember coming in one day before school started to meet our little sisters, with whom we created a strong bond? Remember the fun of creating a lift-up with the whole school for WGN News and the excitement of winning first place? Remember the sisterhood we truly showed during our retreats? Remember our senior trip to the Cubs game, despite the frigid temperature? Remember overcoming the dreadful senioritis? Remember all of our last sports games, our last dances, our last talent show, our last pep rally, our last retreats, our last play, our last musical, our last art show. Remember prom, the grand finale. Finally, I would like to thank some very special people for their hard work and dedication. Without them, we would not have many of the things we do, nor be who we are today. To my mother, I would like to thank you for working so hard to ensure I receive the best education possible. To my family and friends who are with me this morning, as well as those who could not make it, I would like to thank you for all your constant support. You have kept me motivated and confident to succeed. To our student council body, I thank you for representing our class as a whole. To my fellow Kairos leaders, I thank you for helping keep our retreat on track and spiritual. To my fellow National Honor Society members, I thank you for helping lead our class to be able to shine our brightest. To all the leaders of the various clubs, sports, and activities, I thank you for standing up and letting your voice be heard. To all of the teachers, I thank you for putting up with our complaining, moaning, and groaning, and for preparing us for the real world. You have helped us through our mistakes to learn to try again. To Miss Wood, who couldn't be here tonight or this morning, for helping me write my speech and being ready to stand in front of you and represent our class as a whole. And finally, to my fellow seniors, I thank you for working so hard and helping us receive the honor of getting the most people on the honor roll. As we walk across the stage today, think of it as climbing one more step up the ladder of success. This is a big accomplishment. This is our time to shine. We have come a long way, but the journey is not over. As we walk out of these doors, we are no longer students, but rather alumni of Maria High School. We will forever be Maria Mystics, no matter where life may take us. Class of 2011, it is time to let go of the past. It is not time to let go of the memories, for those will last a lifetime. But it is time to take what we have learned here at Maria and have it guide us as we move into the next stages of our lives. With that in mind, please think about the last words of my quote and remember them every day. Life is about letting go of the past for today and preparing for the future. Thank you.